death-of-manuel-ellis fighting with these officers. And you're going to hear actually from witnesses who saw him fighting. They actually saw it.
Mr. Ellis was not aggressive, was not violent, never attacked the officers.
Today, jurors heard opening statements from defense attorneys and prosecutors as the trial for the 3 Tacoma police officers accused in the death of Manuel Ellis officially got underway.
Ellis died in March of 2020 at the age of 33 after a confrontation with the officers trying to arrest him. Matthew Collins and Christopher Shane Burbank both face second-degree murder and first-degree manslaughter charges. Timothy Rankin faces a charge of first-degree manslaughter.
King 5's Drew Mickelson was in court today and tells us what unfolded on day one.
The very first words jurors heard in the trial were Manuel Ellis's final words.
Can't breathe, sir. Can't breathe.
State Prosecutor Kent Liu told jurors Manuel Ellis was ignored moments before he died.
We know that all these 3 defendants heard him say it, but they chose to do nothing. They didn't help him. Instead, Mr. Ellis was told to shut up.
3 Tacoma police officers face charges following the March 2020 death of Ellis. Matthew Collins and Christopher Burbank are on trial for murder in the second degree and manslaughter. Timothy Rankin faces 1 manslaughter charge.
Stop hitting him! Hitting him, just arrest him!
Prosecutors say Ellis, who was walking home from a trip to 7-Eleven, was attacked by Collins and Burbank. And when their backup, Rankin, arrived, he kneeled on Ellis's back, restricting his breathing. The state says video and eyewitness accounts will prove those claims.
None of these 4 witnesses knew Mr. Ellis or the officers or each other. And they will all tell you the same thing. Throughout all that Mr. Ellis had endured, throughout all what the officers were doing to him, he never fought back. He never struck back at the officers.
You know, regrettably, Mr. Ellis died, but it was nothing that any of these officers did. Mr. Ellis died, unfortunately, of his methamphetamine toxicity.
Burbank's defense attorney Brett Pertzer says Ellis had taken a near-deadly dose of meth that night and had health problems. The defense will present witnesses to testify Ellis was the aggressor who refused to comply and kept fighting with police. Rankin's attorney, Ann Bremner, said by bringing up Ellis's breathing concerns, prosecutors want jurors to compare the case to George Floyd's murder.
What they're trying to do is to compare this in the public consciousness and to the jury's consciousness to a very different case, very far away, by repeating that to you over and over and over again, to appeal to your emotions, to say that this case is like that one, and it isn't in any way, shape, or form.
While both the prosecution and defense say eyewitness accounts will help prove their cases, both sides are also planning on bringing medical experts to the stand. Jurors will have to decide if Manuel Ellis's death was indeed a murder. The case is expected to last into December. In Tacoma, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.
And as this trial gets underway, we hope you'll stay with King 5 for our complete coverage along with updates in all of our newscasts. We will stream the trial live on king5.com and King 5 Plus, our streaming app for Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. And that's where you'll also find a recap of the week's events every Friday evening during the trial.